It is another very beautiful day, and welcome to another edition of Insightful Moments. My name is Jare Tiamiyu. We started last week, and we'll continue what you have started. The last episode we had Mr. Mustapha Oladele, popularly called Olipha, who spoke on, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress, and he spoke on some salient issues, and he made some allegations, and he spoke on governance matter, and also the chances of his party as far as 2026 is concerned. But you know, there are some other developments after that episode. And one of that development is the unveiling of the coalition that is now adopting the African Democratic Congress, that is ADC, as its party. And another thing is this, the national secretary of that coalition is a former governor of Osun State, Aregbesola-led. And you know, in 2022, the incumbent governor, Senator Familusi Oladele, told the world that he had the support of the Aregbesola group. Now we will be speaking with a member of the People's Democratic Party. Is one of the media handlers of the party. Is the media past secretary of Ilesa West Central SCD. Today I have Mr. Familusi Oladele Isaac. FOI, it's nice having you in the studio.
It's a pleasure, my brother. Good morning.
Yes, let me start from this angle. During my last episode, we talked, but let me start from here. What will be your reaction to the unveiling of the coalition and the appointment of former Governor Aregbesola, who is considered as a former ally of Governor Adeleke? How will you react to that? ADC now, having some strong footing in Osun.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tiamiyu. Like I said earlier, I'm glad to be here, and thanks for having me. It's a welcome development. The issue of the ADC is a welcome development, and I'm happy. As a person, as a citizen of this country, I am happy. Not even minding that I'm a member of the PDP. I am happy with the emergence of African Democratic Congress now, because in every democratic setting, normally we're expected to have a formidable opposition that can stand, that can play so many roles for members of the public, in exhibiting their grievances, making their grievances known to the ruling administration or the ruling government. So having this on the emergence of the ADC, I am delighted, I am happy, because as the party, as my own party, PDP, we are to play this role, but unfortunately, due to one reason or the other, with the issue we are having, because if I will not be here, and I'll be telling you, do not have an issue.
You have failed in that direction.
We had failed in that direction at the national level.
Okay.
I must tell you that.
And then when you say you are happy, somebody will ask, this party is looking like, the higher killer or higher assassin sent to the PDP. I mean, the ADC. If you look at the stalwarts of the party, you talk about former Senate President David Mark, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former senators, former governors of the PDP, all coming together to say, look here, we are leaving this party. It seems the crisis is irreconcilable, and we want to go to the ADC. Don't you think that it may be, the final nail on the casket of the PDP?
No, that insinuation might be wrong, because like yesterday, I think was it yesterday or earlier this morning, I was reading a particular press statement, even from the ADC, and even members of the ADC, who are leaving the PDP for the ADC now, claiming that they are still members of the PDP.
Okay.
They are still claiming.
But when they will get to the election, they will be voting ADC.
We have an example even in the ruling party. Wike is still claiming to be a member of the PDP, and is a minister in the APC working against the PDP. So when if we now have members of the PDP, forming a kind of coalition in the ADC, fighting the ruling party, and probably, by the grace of God, sending the present ruling party of the APC away in 2027, then why not if not?
Okay, you have
politics.
You have the highs and the highs of the current chairman of PDP in Osun. If I may ask you, are you sure that Governor Adeleke is he contesting under PDP in 2026, or there are internal discussions maybe to move to the ADC?
Well, as far back as I'm concerned, I will have to speak for myself because you said something earlier that I probably am a man and heir to the state chairman of the party.
Yes, I know you are.
Fine, the state chairman of the party is my father, is my political father. We are very close. It's as good as if we sleep in the same room together.
I just want to have internal.
No. Yes, I know why
discussions might be coming. I know you will be getting some.
But now I will have to speak as Dele.
Yes.
Let me speak for myself now. So I'm not speaking for Sunday DC. I'm not speaking for party.
As Dele, do you think?
As Dele now, I am still believing, and I'm not seeing the governor defecting to any party. And the governor, that means ahead of 2026, that means the governor is still contesting under the platform of the PDP.
So if he's contesting under the platform of the PDP, and then some people will now ask, okay, look here, you had 20,000 margin in the last election. And we know that if not all, majority of this the margin that you had was from the Omolabi caucus as the top as they were then.
That's wrong.
Okay, but the governor said the top voted for him and the top members voted for him.
Even if let me quote you now, even if you said the governor said,
yes, it was.
I did not hear that.
No, it's a public interview.
No, my brother.
An interview.
I did not hear him saying that. But you said he said that. So if he now said that, I still want to believe he will not say the majority of the vote that he got now probably came from the Omoluabi.
No, I'm not saying the majority. I mean the margin. You had 28,000, and if you look at the strength of top as we had it that time, you cannot say that they didn't have close to that vote. Even if you look at the result of their primaries when they were still in the APC, you will know what they gathered.
The point is, what is even the total number of the so-called Omoluabi or the top? Not Omoluabi then. Top member.
Top members. Yes.
Top member. What is even the total population of the top members then? When we held the election at the last global election in 2022, what was even then? What was even the total number of top members?
Are you saying that if they go now, you are not going to feel their presence? You are not going to feel that at the
in 2018, my brother. Let's go back to memory lane. In 2018, even when the APC had a formidable house, a united hope, we defeated them. At the first ballot,
you lost that election.
We defeated them.
Supreme Court said you lost it.
I think
this is exactly what Olipha was also saying.
Let me just tell you
that Aregbesola won at the 2022 election. And I told him, as I said here now, you did not win that election.
My brother, let me just tell you this. 2018, the whole world knew that Senator Adeleke won that election.
But the Supreme Court had a different opinion.
That was even at the court level. But at the first ballot we won, and the election was declared conclusive. The election was conclusive, but it was later declared inconclusive. And when it was declared inconclusive, we knew what happened.
You proved all this at the court, and you were not victorious.
They nullified that first election. Where Senator Adeleke won with thousands of votes. I think about 3,000 or 4,000. They now declared the election inconclusive. Then we had a rerun election.
Yes.
Now, at the rerun election, Oyetola now won with 345 votes. So they nullified about 3,000 or 4,000 votes. Then he reigned in this state with just 345. Common sense. And imagine that.
As at that time, you had...
So the whole world would knew.
That time, you had Iyola Omisore, who left your party to go and contest on the SDP.
Yeah.
And he went there with about 150,000 or 150,000 votes, about 140,000 votes.
From where?
Iyola Omisore had 118,000 votes.
The membership who are under the followership.
The vote he had.
When?
In that 2018 election.
2018
was 118,000 votes. So, which means he went, and then many people believe that 90% or 80% of that vote was supposed to be for PDP as at that time. But he went ahead with that, and that was what led to the scrabbling for 300 votes or 3,000 votes that we had.
It's a lie, my brother.
Okay, what's the truth now?
The point is this: Iyola Omisore contested, I think, under the SDP.
Under SDP, yes.
Then I could not even
left your
remember.
party. He pulled out of the PDP. And it's days to the primaries.
We also had Adeoti,
who also pulled out of the APC. With 47,000 votes.
Fine, if Omishore had been with the PDP then, probably the number of that vote he got will have been for the PDP. There's no doubt about it.
Okay. So now that Omoluabi are going now, do you think you are not going to feel that? Are we not going to experience the same scenario of 2018?
Let me just tell you something. The mandate to rule, to govern people, rests with the people. It is the masses, it is the electorate, who are not even politicians, that decide or determine who govern them.
We have those people.
We have them by the grace of God. Look at it. Look at what we are doing in the state. Even when Governor Adeleke had not even done anything, when he was even just coming as a contestant, he won the election. In 2018, I just told you now, he won. He defeated Oyetola at the fourth ballot before the abracadabra of the inconclusiveness was introduced. Even at the second election too in 2022, he still defeated when they even had a formidable house. So now that he had even performed, when we can even point at his sterling performances across the state, then you can see the kind of adoption people have been giving him. Begging is as if even the state is even begging him. The general population of the state is begging him to come and contest again for second time. Of course, yes, you can see. Please, Governor, please. Are you
saying he's not interested as the people that are begging him now?
It is his right.
Yes.
Okay. It is his right to contest. Okay. But I'm telling you this, that it is as if that people are begging, saying that, please, Mr. Governor, you had done well. We are giving you our support, unwavering support, that you are coming the second time. And we are supporting you. We are fighting for you. Please don't go to any other party. Stay in the PDP. Make sure you are contesting under this platform. And we are supporting you again. Is that not as if they are begging him?
Okay. We'll leave that area and then we'll go to another issue. And that is, even though we are coming back, because we'll talk about the performance of Governor Ademola.
Yeah.
But I want us to talk about the local government crisis.
Okay.
You are out of the council. Is there any hope of getting to that council before October, when the tenure of the yes or no APC chairmen and councillors will expire?
My brother, let me just say this. There has been this insinuation. I want to call it insinuation. Or narrative or belief that people have been saying. And personally, I've always been trying to correct it. And it's what we just said now, that probably, are we still going to be, we are out of council now, then probably what is the chance of us returning to the council till the expiration of the tenure of these people? Do they have tenure? These people do not have any tenure.
That's what they said. They told us that their tenure ends in October.
My brother, they do not have tenure. This is the same narrative I've been trying to correct in
what
people.
Do they have?
They have nothing, because the election, the assumed election, that they believe returned them, elected them, you understand now, into the office then, was nullified. Their purported election was conducted October 15, 2022. Court sacked them November 25, the same 2022. So what tenure are you saying? Because you cannot build something on nothing. The foundation they are claiming, return them to the office, was nullified, legally nullified, and remain nullified till tomorrow. Even with the recent Court of Appeal judgment, they remain nullified. So what tenure are they claiming on? What tenure are they lying on?
What the interpretation of the judgment of February 10th to you is what?
Which February 10th?
February 10th judgment of the Court of Appeal.
The one they are claiming restated them.
Yes.
They were not restated in that judgment. You read the judgment. I believe you have the CTC.
Yes.
Were they restated?
Yeah, but
I'm putting it to you, my brother. Were they restated? Did that judgment tell you these people were restated?
I'm to question you here. You are not to ask I'm to ask you questions here. So you are not to ask me questions.
My brother.
I'm to ask you that the question I want to ask you.
I know you to
what I am saying is this. Yes, I've gone through the judgments.
Were they restated?
From beginning
to they restated?
I said earlier, I don't answer questions. I ask. So the question I want to ask you is that they said when the appeal was meritorious and allowed. That is what they said. The court judgment also said.
They know the truth. And unfortunately, what is it?
But you called for the Attorney General of Federation to speak on this matter. Your party did. And when he spoke on this matter, you started attacking him using what he said.
AGF said something.
Yes.
He said by the information on his table. That was when he was advising.
Are you saying that as at that time he did not have the CTC of the appeal court?
I wouldn't know, but he said.
Because we expect that somebody like him, a senior advocate of Nigeria, will be giving
not even just
a legal opinion.
He's not just a senior advocate of Nigeria. He's the number one legal officer
of the country. Now, he's not be giving legal opinion on information on his table and not the judgment on his table.
He's a political appointee, meaning that he's a member of the APC at the moment.
But you called on him to come and speak on the matter. Because
we believe that he will still use his conscience and his office.
Is it because what he said did not go well with it, and that is why he started attacking?
It's not about that. It's about law. It's about law. It's not about that. He should have even forgotten himself. He should have even forgotten his personality. He should have forgotten his political affiliation. And, he should have embraced and honored the office he's presently occupying.
Okay.
So that was our expectation. We believe he will honor the office he's occupying. He will honor the oath of office he sworn in, not about the political affiliation. Remember, why did you read political affiliation or inclination with what is? You can all see, we are all seeing. He knew, my brother, come. The foundation of this issue, you and I know. So probably we may not waste our time, talking about it again.
The election, the notification and all that. I think we shouldn't go into that.
Now on that February 10 judgment, it was the appeal. The judgment the PDP got on February 25, 2022 at Federal High Court to Osogbo. It was that appeal. It was the judgment of that appeal that they got February 10, 2025 that they are laying claim on now. They are laying a claim on now that returned them to the office, that reinstated them to the office. Meanwhile, they were not reinstated. Now you just said something. They had different prayers, different reliefs that they sought from the court, about 9. The court compressed the whole 9 into 4. From the 4 now, the very first one has to do with the amendment of the ordinary summon. You get it now? The second one has to do with the issue of the notice of election. The third one has to do with where they were seeking the court for the reinstatement. And the fourth one has to do with the issue of the violation of the Electoral Act. Now, my brother, let me just say this. The court said, based on the fact that the PDP had made their the file of their appeal, of the application of the judgment, on speculation, because they should have waited for the OCEC then to announce the notice of election. But because they did not allow the then OCEC to release the notice of election and before they went to court, then in that sense, the PDP, they now struck out the judgment of the Federal High Court.
Say it was speculative.
That it was speculative, my brother. Pure preemptiveness. That it was speculative. That was just it. And they said, okay, that means the adjournment of the ordinary summon, they did not allow it. It shouldn't have even been allowed, even at the lower court, at the trial court. And the issue of the notice of election was based on speculation. So those are the two that they said those are the two prayers that were allowed. The other two, the Court of Appeal now said it has become academic exercise.
So if I may ask you now, because that is what these people are saying.
Ask me, and there's no consequential order for a statement.
The question I will ask you is this. If we say, okay, the judgment of Justice Ayo Emmanuel was struck out.
Federal Court.
So it means we go back to status quo. Right.
We go back to status quo.
So what is the status quo?
Don't worry. Don't forget, my brother. Don't forget. The status quo is this. There is still another court judgment.
No, I know. I'm referring to the PDP judgment.
Now, the status quo is just that. Fine. It is as if the PDP did not even file any application against that election at all.
So which means those people were elected. Is that what you are saying?
Which based on the PDP.
PDP, yes. It means they were elected validly according to the
PDP. So it was as if they are elected.
So when that judgment is off the table, then we go to
the
APP judgment.
Exactly.
Okay. Now the APP judgment, what they are saying is that the APP judgment, which was dismissed on January 13th, and then they applied to release it. It was not released.
They were sacked on the APP too. November
yes, they were
30.
sacked November 30, just about 2 or 3 days after Governor Adeleke was sworn in. So now the question is that after the judgment of the APP, they applied. It was dismissed. The appeal court was dismissed.
You know, they appealed, but they did not.
It was dismissed for lack of
diligent prosecution after 2 years.
Yeah, after 2 years. So now the question I want to ask is that if we have an appeal court judgment and according to what you and I have agreed on, an appeal court judgment and a high court judgment, which one takes prominence?
No, it depends. You know, court of appeal is higher than the trial court.
So now, the APP judgment now is that we are to uphold the high court judgment. That is the judgment on the APP now.
Which one?
I mean, the APP judgment. It means the judgment of Justice Ayo Emmanuel on the APP judgment, the November 30th judgment, is still valid.
Yes, very
valid.
As we
speak today.
Very, very valid.
So there is no appeal judgment on it.
There are 2 appeal judgments on it.
The first one was
the one of January 13, 2025, when their appeal on that judgment was dismissed for lack of diligent prosecution.
And they now
reapplied for relisting of that judgment.
Okay.
Are you getting it now?
Yes.
So that means they were still pursuing that same case, that same judgment.
So now the application
again was dismissed the second time. So they have two appeal court
judgment. What is the judgment on the APP judgment, APP case now?
The one of the June 13, 2025
is the real judgment.
Which is the real judgment.
But some people are now saying that that
which
judgment,
them and they remain sacked.
Some people are now saying that judgment, you know, we have seen different legal opinion. You know, we've seen that of Osekume too, we've seen that of Kera, we've seen different legal opinions on this matter. Some people are saying, no, look here. The judgment, the June 13th ruling was in reference to January 13th. Which was also like you know, upholding the November 30th judgment.
Yeah,
that is. So now they are now saying, okay, the court of appeal judgment, there is this court of appeal, there is that, there is that. So if we ask you now, so what do you think? Which of the judgment do you think should take prominence?
Even in the face of law, my brother, I am an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. Yes. But probably maybe tomorrow I can become a lawyer. But being an educated person,
as you are in the studio today,
as I'm in the studio today, and we have read that of even the trial court judgment, the 2 trial court judgment, the 3 appeal court judgment, we have all read, and at least we can read and understand. Let me just tell you something. In the face of law, the law said even when we have 2 contradicting appeal court judgments, the one of the latter in time takes the lead.
Okay, so that is what
let us now assume that we had one. They are laying claim on. They are claiming that restated them, that did not restate them, but they are saying restated them. That was that of February 10, 2025. Now we have another one. We have another one now, June 13, 2025, where it is boldly written that these people were not restated. Where it is boldly written by interpretation of the court there, of the judgment, that these people remain sacked.
Where it is interpreted and not written. You say boldly written, as if it is
because the restatement was not there.
Of the court.
Because the word restatement was not there. Okay, fine. But now where it is even self-explanatory.
Okay.
Even carpenters are even reading and understanding it, that these people were sacked and they remain sacked. So we have 2 appeal court judgments that maintain the status quo, that these people were sacked, are sacked by the lower court, and they remain sacked till tomorrow. That is just it.
Okay, let me, we'll go on a very short break now.
Okay.
But before we do that, I want to ask you this. We were told that the CBN has given, account opening forms to the so-called yes or no chairman, and they are already at the process of getting the accounts and then getting the withheld funds, allocations of the local government. So, are you aware of that?
I was reading it on social media.
But, Honorable Awotunde came to the press and told us that. Are you saying that you also read it, even though
I said I read it on social media?
You have the account chairman from your group who
yes,
told
I know.
the whole world that.
I know. I read it on social media.
Is that not looking like
because
you have lost the battle?
We have not lost anything because we want to believe it is not possible for public funds to be released into private accounts.
No, they are saying
it is not done anywhere.
The account is not going to be having Aregbesola as one of the chairmen.
Are they validly elected?
West local government.
Are they validly elected local government representatives?
I think that is the contentious issues that we are having now. And then I think the CBN, for them to have given, when they have given them the account now.
CBN is a respected authority. CBN will not do that. They are just deceiving these people.
Okay, it means...
I trust CBN. CBN will not do that.
Are you now saying that Honorable Awotunde actually raised false alarm? Because
it's not about false alarm.
But it was one that told us that
Honorable Awotunde had acted based on the information at his own disposal too.
So you are now saying that, and that information is false, according to you?
It cannot be real. It is not possible. You don't push public funds into a private account. I'm still maintaining, because these people are private individuals. They are not validly elected officers to represent the local governments. Okay. Because in the face of law, they were sacked. In the face of law, the election that they are claiming on that returned or elected them into the office is nullity and have been nullified. So they are just like somebody like myself. Who was not elected because I did not contest. Are you getting my point now?
Okay, you're a private person like
I'm a private person like them, FOI. Okay. So they cannot claim to be elected because the election was nullified. So the push giving them money is as if they want to do Baba Salah method, whatever to them. Not our money. Not the money meant for the public.
But the Osun State government will deal the case at the Supreme Court. The case was actually on allocation that has been withheld.
The cease of the allocation, yeah.
So now I will ask you, what exactly is the motive behind this?
Because the recent appeal court had desolated us, so why do we have to go to the Supreme Court again? We had nothing. We went to Supreme Court.
That is the matter supposed to go and prove at the Supreme Court.
No.
We have been exonerated.
We did not file to Supreme Court. Probably based on any judgments or whatever. Okay. We filed to Supreme Court by on the 6th of our funds.
But that has it been released?
It has not been released to us.
So why did you now withdraw the case? Why did you withdraw?
Until then, my brother, just don't worry.
But you have withdrawn the case.
We will make it known to the public why we withdrew.
Some people are saying it's because you have failed, and then the response of Attorney General is actually giving you sleepless night. That is why you went to withdraw it.
Which response?
I mean the response of Attorney General to the case, to the suit to the Supreme Court.
Where he was saying probably we are going to return 84 billion. He was just saying that. That's just his own belief.
Okay, that was not what actually made you
No. The Court of Appeal, the recent Court of Appeal judgment of June 13 had exonerated us. Okay. So, and the next thing we are expecting the CBN to do is to release the fund to the correct people, the appropriate people who are supposed to be the validly elected people.
Finally,
who are supposed to be at the councils.
We were told that your party and the government colluded to ensure that the NOGE members are home. They are just joining your local government chairmen and councillors who are already on sit at home, and then the councillors, the chairmen are also, the staff are also on sit at home. Is that true?
It's a constitutional matter. We did not make any connivance with anybody.
So, but the government is actually encouraging them to remain at home. Is it true? They said that the government is encouraging.
They run for their lives because they know we have impostors. They have impostors at the councils. Those who are not supposed to be there are there.
And then now,
and the constitution even guarantees them that they can be working from home just for the security of their lives.
So we will now ask ourselves, if everybody is working from home, and then whenever I'm coming to the office, I pass through one of the councils. And then the way it is bushy now, you cannot say this is a government secretariat. And I know that is how most of the councils, if not all, as we speak now. Do you think that is, if a cleaner is working from home, doing what? If a gardener is working from home, what will he or she be doing?
The gardeners, if the local government secretariats are now bushy, the gardeners there who are taking pictures and doing videos there, what are they doing?
Who are the Ghanaians?
Those people, the impostors there.
I mean,
the impostors there.
The staff.
The impostors there. I just answered you, my brother. I said the staff, the member, the workers.
Okay, is it these councillors and the chairman that will cut grass?
Which councillors? Which chairman?
You know, the people that you are referring to, they call themselves councillors.
I told you.
I heard. I'm not arguing that. What I'm
in
saying,
the first of all, they're not supposed to be there.
They call them chairman and councillors. Are they the ones that will cut grass?
What are they doing there? Instead of taking pictures and being
I said I'm the house.
They should be cutting grass there. They should be holding cutlasses and be cutting grass. That is their responsibility.
And there are some people that are getting paid every month to cut grass and then clean offices. The janitors. And if janitor is working from home, these are some of the things we ask ourselves. If a janitor is working, it may be funny, but if a janitor is working from home, if a cleaner, a gardener is working from home, doing what exactly? Because
they run away for security of their lives. They know their lives are in danger. They are impostors. They are illegal occupants at the council secretariats. So those illegal occupants, those impostors there, should try and buy cutlasses and clean the
So people are now saying that it means you have lost the battle. These people have been there for going to 5 months.
Because we don't want to engage in self-help. We know what we can do. You can see them.
But the police is there. All the security agencies are there.
My brother,
say, why have you not taken your matter?
Everything we end is a matter of time.
Everything we end.
We all know what is happening and we all know the back of the house.
Can you look at that camera and tell us people when this matter will end? As an ordinary person.
I still want to tell Osun people that this matter will come to an end in a matter of days.
In a matter of days. Not even
weeks. Matter of days.
FOI said this matter will come to an end in a matter of
anywhere.
days.
I said so.
We'll go on a very short break, and that break after that, we'll be discussing the chances of the People's Democratic Party in the 2026 general election. What are those things that the party and the government will be showcasing to the people when the campaign starts? We'll be discussing that when we come back. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. You are welcome back from that very short break. My guest is Mr. Familusi Oladele. Isaiah. Mr. Isaiah is a member of the People's Democratic Party, and we have been discussing issues around local government governance and then the chances of his party ahead of 2026 general election. FOI, thank you for staying with us.
It's a pleasure, my brother.
So, FOI, let's look at it. Some people are saying that what will Governor Adeleke campaign with, despite, according to some of the officials, despite all the amount of money that he has collected as allocations in the last 2.5 years or more than that, going to 3 years now. They said they did not see anything, and they cannot see anything that this government has done. Please, what has the government been doing in about 32 months now?
It is funny when the members of the opposition are saying they have not seen anything, but at the same time, I don't blame them. A blind man never sees and he will never see. These people saying they have not seen anything, the governor has not done anything. Like I was with one of them at a particular radio station, and I asked him, the road that you plow off from your house off to this side, this very road, you had plowed the road constructed by Governor Adeleke. Have you not? Till tomorrow, you could not answer. Mr. Governor has done a lot. The citizens who gave him the mandate to govern them, they are seeing it. But according to Yoruba adage, that will say, Ota eni, kiepa uduoya. One of the problems these people are having is the fact that they know with the sterling performances of Mr. Governor, they cannot match him. They do not have a candidate they can present to match him when it comes to the poll. They are saying everything, apart from the size, apart from the fact that Mr. Governor is even engaging in infrastructure developments, he has done this, he has done that, he's still doing this, he's still doing that. What about other things? What about the welfare of the workers? What about in the areas of education? What about in the areas
of education? People have been talking about recruitment of teachers for more than 2 years. And the state government started the recruitment process in February 2024. That is about 18 months now.
It is only the area of recruitment they are talking about when it comes to education. Is it only the recruitment of teachers?
Content is very important compared to container. When you have container, you have good buildings, structures.
My brother, let me just tell you something.
When there are no teachers, what will be the quality of education?
We had the process. We have started the process of recruiting teachers.
18 months ago, you started.
How many months now have they ceased our allocation? Because they use local government allocation to settle the teachers who are in subject teachers.
The ones at primary school.
Primary and even up to GSS 3.
GSS 3, yes.
So if we had even, at the point, we will have even recruited them last year. The government had made, had perfected everything to get them recruited last year. It was when these people started the issue of this minimum wage. And they did not conclude the issue of minimum wage until November. Because the government was like, okay, let us wait. We cannot recruit now, and probably because we have not really known the exact amount that the minimum wage will be. So that it will not just be that we recruit people and we are unable to pay them. It is still the same opposition that will still be crying up and down.
Are you now shouting the withholding of allocation, local government?
It's part of it because the government had concluded everything. I am inside. I have known these people ought to have even these people ought to have even gotten their letter February. And the issue of the season of the allocation started February. So if we had even now recruited them and they've not been paid since February up to this time, this is the same opposition that politically, use political rivalry now to seize our allocation that will now be crying on the social media, going to radio station, going there with big diaries and be shouting. That he had recruited them now, he has not paid them. You don't know now.
What about the health workers?
The health workers too. Now, the local government, we settle the health workers too at the primary health center from local government allocations too.
Even at Bere, the government secretariat, there have been retirement upon retirement in the last few years. The last administration did not recruit. The Aregbesola-led administration did not recruit. Maybe it was done secretly, but did not recruit in the face of what everybody knows at the state civil service. Then as your government now is going to 3 years, no recruitment, I don't put you immortal that people are retiring. What is really happening? They are telling us that Abere is looking empty. More empty and more empty, everything.
Abere cannot look empty. This is governance. In governance, everything follows process.
When is the process going to start? Or have you started?
I want to believe one thing, that we have people in charge of the recruitment of staff into government offices or ministries. So I still want to believe.
Or are you doing it underground, under the table?
We don't do anything underground. Mr. Governor is open. You can see everything he's doing. Even the recruitment, this very recruitment, the teachers recruitment we're even talking about, he said everybody should go on the internet, should go on the website to go and apply. Yes. So if it had been what we wanted to do, we would have done it secretly. But we have nothing to hide.
The state government commenced the process of recruitment about 2 months after Osun, and they have recruited 2 sets of teachers.
Their case is different from Osun. Their case is different from Osun. I just told you what we are passing through in Osun. Look at the issue of the minimum wage I mentioned about I talked about the other time now.
Okay.
Talked about how many states has even started paying this issue of minimum wage. Even the federal government that initiated the idea of having minimum wage, as the federal government started paying the minimum wage. The federal government has not, but Governor Adeleke has started paying this minimum wage since December last year. Even far above 70,000 agreed on. He's paying 75,400 and something. You can imagine that. And he still give the workforce a very good table, sound table, unlike the previous administration where they were doing promotion that was not cash backed.
Okay, lastly, if I may ask you this, I would say that with the defection from your party here and there, Honorable Adeleke is gone. In the last 1 year, you've had several big weights. Political heavyweights that have left your party. You remember Baba Swaibo Yedokon, and some other, several people have left your party in the last 1 year. And how are you stemming this tide? Or do you think that people will continue living if they want to live?
My brother, I said something earlier in the course of this discussion. The mandate to govern people lies with the people. It is the people that will vote for you and that will choose you, that will elect you to be the one to govern them. When you say people are leaving the party, they are leaving our party, this, that, you started mentioning names. You mentioned Baba Swaibo Yedokun. Baba Swaibo Yedokun was even never with us in 2022. That Governor Adeleke, Senator Adeleke contested and won. He never supported us. Okay. Dr. Baba Yemi never supported us. Remember, even in 2022, Dr. Baba Yemi was, an aspirant in the PDP with Governor Adeleke. It was after our primary that Governor Adeleke emerged as the candidate of the party, and he contested. He won. Dr. Baba Yemi even took Governor Adeleke, the governor, the candidate of the party who had contested election and won. It was even thereafter he took the same Governor Adeleke to court, up to Supreme Court. That he said he wanted that is.
He's right.
Which right?
He said it's right. He was contesting.
If he claimed to be his right, he should not be parading himself as a stalwart of the party. If truly you believe in that party, if truly you are not representing the opposition party, you are not working for the opposition party, you don't do that. It's not done. He did not support the governor. After winning the election, he still took him to court, even up to Supreme Court, of not being with the opposition party. Look at Kayode Oduoye, the same set of people.
So Kayode Oduoye was never with you too? Is that what you are saying?
Where was he? Did you see?
I'm asking you.
He was nowhere to be found even during the campaign. When last did Kayode Oduoye even attend any of the PDP meeting? Up to the light.
Okay.
Fine. If you now mention Wale Oke, Honorable Wale Oke just left the party for his own personal interest, based on his own personal conviction.
But everybody will say that politics is about personal interest, comfort.
Yes, that is just it. But with the status of political status of Wale Oke, who had even contested and won election on the platform of the PDP 5 times, 20 years now. To be a representative of Ijesha North at the House of Representatives, you should be mentioning names of big wigs who are members of the PDP who followed him. How many of them can you point to?
Honorable, you said that you will not get 500 votes. Your party will not get 500 votes.
My brother.
He said it.
I heard it too. He said it. Yes. I never denied that. I heard it. He said it too.
And you think that's just a political statement?
My brother, nothing but pure political statement. Leave for Wale Oke. We don't have to discuss his issue. By now, I should be telling you, he's regretting why he left the PDP. Ismail Egban, we are from the same Ijesha now.
Okay. So how do you get
the Yoruba will say, Enika Kije Awade. He has people he's also rubbing his mind with.
As at the time he left, virtually every day he will post one letter of somebody resigning from your party. He will post this, post that.
He turns himself.
There were times he will even post several letters or post people that will say we are leaving the PDP. And you are saying that they are not people.
Which people, my brother?
That they will say politics is a game of.
It's a game of number. Fine.
Even if you mad man.
There are numbers. My brother, there are numbers. There are people who are real mobilizers.
Wale Oke in Ijesha North. Anybody that can compete with Wale Oke when it comes to politics of Ijesha North.
Let's wait till then.
We will continue to wait till then, but finally, FOI, we will continue to look at what the government is doing in some very critical areas. On that note, I want to say thank you for being part of the show. My name is Jare Tiamiyu. See you some other time. Bye for now.